Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. Come on in, sit down. The Bible Bistro is open, and you know we're available on lots and lots of sites, Stitcher, SoundCloud. We're on Spreaker, we're on Tumblr, Facebook, and Twitter, of course, and so many others. Just want to let you know, too, I don't know if I've told you or not, we have an app for your phone, for your tablet. You can go to Spreaker and get the app. Actually, you don't have to go to Spreaker. You can go to your app store, whatever that is, Google Play or iTunes App Store, and get our app. It's great, and you'll have it right there at your fingertips. You can download podcasts, listen to it on demand, however you want to do it. The whole list of all the podcasts is there, so you can hear everything. And it's all for your convenience, because here at Daily Dose Radio, I want to be as available to you as possible. So today we're looking at verse 7, Psalm 137. We're just doing one verse today because we have two curses, one for Edom and one for Babylon. The first one is against Edom. Let me read for you. Remember, O Lord, against the children of Edom, the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to its foundations. So they're talking about the time when the Babylonians came and destroyed the city, and they tore down the temple, they tore down the walls, they completely devastated the city. And the Edomites, of course, there's that history between Jacob and Esau. The Edomites come from Esau. They were there, but they weren't there helping or defending their brethren. They were there to help the enemy destroy. We find this history in several places, but one that's probably the most poignant is found in the book of Obadiah. And in the book of Obadiah, actually the entire prophecy of Obadiah is dedicated against Edom. And if you look at verse 11, it says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have proudly spoken in the day of distress. You see, the Edomites didn't help at all. As a matter of fact, they were working against Judah at that point, and Obadiah brings this scathing rebuke of them, and Obadiah prophesies in the return period during the time of Nehemiah, Ezra, and the rebuilding. This comes against Edom, and the house of Jacob is being restored. The house of Judah and all of Israel is being restored now because the people are coming back into the land, and Obadiah makes this prophecy. Well, we have it here in our text in Psalm 137 that the psalmist is recalling that and says, remember what they said. And this is their proud speech. Raise it to its foundations. Speaking of Jerusalem. We have the traveler. He's returning from exile. He's coming back. Maybe he's coming back in one of the waves of Nehemiah or Ezra. And he's coming back maybe with his family, maybe by himself, but he's there. He's coming. He's remembering the rivers of Babylon. He's remembering the weeping. He's remembering the distress and the torment that they experienced. He's confessing his conviction and love for Zion. And then he sees the city as he's returning. That's why I say this is like an ascent psalm. He's coming back. He sees the city and its destruction. And the first thing he says is, Lord, remember Edom. Remember Edom when they said, raise it to its foundations. So the Lord does remember that, and you know the judgment of the Lord prophesied by Obadiah came to pass. You can't find any Edomites now, and their capital is destroyed and their country is gone. The Lord keeps his word. Join me tomorrow. We're going to look at the curse against Babylon on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.